John 1 1. In the beginning, the start, was the Word, and the Word was with God, the Word and God, and the Word was God. The Word equals God. He was in the beginning with God. Start. He and God were together at the start. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. So I did that again. John 1 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word and God. The Word was with God. And the Word was God. The Word was God. The Word equals God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1 2. He was in the beginning at the start. He and God were together, the Word and God. All things were made through him. And I need to write through him, all things were made. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him. John 1 3. And without him, nothing was made. In him was life. Life is in him. And the life was the light of men. The life was the light of men for all mankind. Life was the light of all men. And without him, nothing was made. And without him, nothing was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. John 1 5. And the light shines in the darkness. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Darkness has not overcome the light. Light is not overcome. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1 6. There was a man sent from God, I send you, whose name was John. Hi, my name's John. This man came for a witness, like a witness stand in a trial. I want to tell you something. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. This man came for a witness, to bear witness of the light. John 1 7. John, witness of the light. Let me tell you about the light. That all through him might believe. All through John may believe. We believe. To bear witness of the light, that all through him might believe. John 1 8. He was not that light. John was not that light, but was sent. God sent John. John was sent to bear witness of that light. The light, John says, is the word. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. John 1 9. That was the true light, which gives light to every man. The light, true light, gives light to every man, coming into the world. The true light coming into the world. That was the true light which gives light to every man coming into the world. John 1:10. He was in the world. The light was in the world, and the world was made through him. Through him the world was made. And the world did not know him. Who is he? We don't recognize him. I need to draw a little world there, maybe. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. His own people did not receive him, turned away from him. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. John 1:12. But as many as received him, those who received him and accepted him, to them he gave the right. He gave the ability to become children of God. You can become children of God. To those who believe in his name. We believe. Believers can become children of God. But as many received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name. Who were born, John 1:13, who were born not of blood. This is a little hospital bag that holds blood. Who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, not of the flesh, nor of the will of man. Come on, let's do this. But of God. Believers are born of God. Those who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. John 1:14. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. It's a video game or something called Among Us. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. We looked on his glory. We beheld his glory. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. John 1:14. The glory as of the only begotten Father. Father and Son. The glory as of the only begotten. The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him. Let me tell you about him on the witness stand. The glory of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him. John 1:15. And cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before him. He who comes after John, so here's John, here's Jesus, or the Word, is preferred before me. Okay, now we're switching around. I gotta fix it. For he was before me. I gotta figure that out. Cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me, the Word comes after John, is preferred before me. The Word is preferred, or better than John, because for he was before me. The Word came a long time before John existed. Okay,